Oh, my first ever video confessional. I don't know what to make of this, but you guys are going to be watching me spell out my thoughts that are probably going to be incorrect assumptions of the game and such, so get ready for some rambles, because I'm bound to send a few more of these at least. And you guys are going to watch them all, so good luck. Anyway, Rulers vs. Revolutionaries. I've been waiting for this season for a while now. I mean, I loved playing Colby's series, and I feel like this the season kind of just exemplifies of like what I am. I mean, revolutionary is quite a good term to explain what my game was in Haiti. I mean, coming off in a 8-3 disadvantage at the merge and getting sixth place is I think is a pretty good underdog story. So, yeah, I'm excited to play this and show off my skills in the game again. Hopefully, not flop like I did in KVB with an idol in my pocket. That sucked. But anyway, hoping I can do better this season. Although I am a bit worried that I might be an early boot just because of my relationships with people on like my tribe. Usually, when you come into the game, there's someone that like you can work with and you click with, and so you just like go to them instantly and you can trust them. Here, I don't have that. There's no one that I will be like, yes, I can trust them 100%. Like I usually have in returning seasons. Here, it's like, I think I could work with them, or it's like, oh no, why are they in the season? So it's like, hopefully, it's not too bad for me. Anyway, I think I'm gonna do like a review of the cast, or at least my tribe, the Yukpa tribe, I think that's what it's called. Anyway, to my review of everyone. So, Rennie. Rennie and I haven't actually talked yet, so I don't know where his head is in the game yet, but we haven't had much like drama in the past. Usually we work together when we're in games together, but we aren't close by any means. So I don't think he's someone that I'm going to have to worry about like immediately. Either he's going to become a ally or adversary later on in the future, and I'm hoping I can make that an ally instead of an adversary because I know Rennie can have a good social game if he puts his like full effort into the game, so I'm hoping that can aid me instead of like mess me up. Um Brady. Brayden and I have just like the weirdest history. Either we're like on really great terms or we absolutely hate each other, literally dragging each other down in group games. Like, bipolar doesn't even begin to describe our relationship. I mean, I've talked to him a bit so far, and I think we can work together this game, but I'm going to have to just keep my eye on him to make sure that nothing shitty goes down, because I am not putting it out of the way that he does something to screw up my game. But for now, we're probably going to be working together, and so I'll take any ally I can get at this point. So yeah. Hufus. Yeah, I like Hufus, but coming off of Mud's Heroes versus Villains, where I backstabbed him at the final five to ensure that I won, it didn't come off as the cleanest backstab ever, and I think there was some feelings hurt during that, especially like considering I wasn't like very active at the time. There's a whole story behind that, but long story short, I wasn't able to like talk to him at all before I did it, and so it came off as me just like dumping him without any explanation why, and he didn't vote for me when I made the final tribal council, so like there was a lot of bad blood that came from that. But I am hoping we can come with a clean slate this game. I mean, he's someone I'm going to have to rely on in this tribe, so really hoping he chooses to take his revenge later on in the season instead of the beginning, because if he takes it at the beginning, I'm probably screwed. So yeah. Um, Casey. Okay, God. Sorry, Casey, for watching this. So another one of those people where it's just like, okay, we have a good and bad relationship. We came off of the last game we played together was Suitman's Big Brother 7, and yeah, let's just say that wasn't pretty. I ended up cutting her at the final 3, and she was the deciding vote to make me lose in a 5-4 vote. So, yeah, that happened. But other than that, I think we have at least a decent relationship. I'm not planning on targeting her. I hope she isn't planning on targeting me, at least early on in the game. But Casey and I will probably have some things to work out, and I'm hoping that we can work together in this game, but I won't be surprised if we end up being on opposite sides of the tribe and opposite sides of alliances that come merge. Next is Josh. I feel like I'm saying this for everyone, but Josh, like, it's very old drama, so I'm not too worried about it, but Josh and I do not have the greatest relationship ever, so it's something that I am definitely worried about. I mean, we've agreed to come to a clean slate, but it's still, like, I don't know how much I can actually trust you. He's the only person I haven't, like, outright told who I've heard as the vote when they've asked. So yeah, like, I hope we can, like, as I said, we made a clean slate. I hope that is true. And I do plan on actually working with him, even though we do have a less than gracious past. But I know, I hope that he's someone that's, like, mature enough to overcome that and actually think that I can be beneficial for his game. And so he will work with me, and I plan on working with him. So hopefully it's a mutual relationship moving forward, but also one of those people that I plan to keep my eye on to make sure that nothing fishy happens. Brad, like, he's one of the few people I have zero previous group game experiences with in, like, my tribe. But, like, I like Brad. I mean, it's very early on in the game, so I can't really tell. I talked to him a few times, but, like, I think he's genuine. I like him. I mean, not much to say. I don't know a lot about him, so he's someone I hope I can work with moving forward. But yeah, just hopefully he isn't actually a backstabbing liar. That would suck. Um, Next is Joshua, also someone I have pretty much zero experience with, who ironically is, like, he told me that he heard Brad, but he's the only one who's ever told me he's heard Brad, so I don't know what's happening there. I mean, like, Brad has a vote, to clarify. So I don't know if he's just trying to, like, trick me or something, or if he was, like, genuinely saying that he heard Brad as a vote, but it just never got traction. Either way, I'm just gonna keep tabs on, like, what he's doing, because right now he seems like the most of a wild card to me. I have no idea where he will end up being in the game or even how he plays the game. So he's just someone that is going to be very mysterious, that I'm going to have to keep, like, tabs on quite a lot. And I hope that he's not going to be against me, because the less people against me, the better, no matter who they are. Will. Will, why do you always follow me everywhere I go? I literally cannot get away from Will in Colby's series. Like, this is my third time that I'm going to be on, like, his same starting tribe. I cannot get away from Will. I don't know why we're always in the same seasons together. This is like a James and Amanda situation where it's just like they can't get away with each other. They play together every single time. I mean, Will played in Mexico, but that's the only difference. Every single time we've always been on the same starting tribe. And first time I voted him out, second time he voted me out, so it's just like, round 3, who's gonna win, I guess? I mean, I don't want to be against Will, but I was being genuine with him in KBB, but he still backstabbed me, so it's just, I don't know how much I can trust him. I mean, I'll try to work with him like I will try to work with everybody, but I'm not going to put too much faith in that basket because I don't trust him to not just backstab me again because I think he knows I am a good player, and so he might try to take me out before I can gain traction in the game. So hopefully I can stay alive and he won't have the opportunity to target me until he has to work with me or else he'll be screwed. So, yeah, I'll just play by ear to see, like, how I can deal with Will. Hopefully we're not going to be against each other for a third time, but you never know. Um, Connor. Connor, like, we've talked a bit, but he came off as a bit, well, maybe he didn't just come off as that. He just literally outright told me Tachi was the vote, pretty much. So it's just like, oh wow, thanks for that, but very subtle. Like, saying that in an ironic way. Just, we barely know each other, and you've already thrown out a vote, and I know he's going to become a pretty large target, at least this tribal, if Tashi does anything about it. But, like, for now, I think he's safe. He's someone that, yeah, I can work with him, but he might come off as a bit, like, blunt to people, which I think could be a drawback if he's an ally, because I don't need any allies that can easily bring attention to themselves and, like, just eliminate themselves out of, like, just unnecessary drama, and I feel like Connor is the type of person that will get into unnecessary drama, and I know that getting into unnecessary drama is like a one-way ticket to losing the game, whether it's getting voted out or nobody liking you at the final tribal council. So just going to try to distance myself if he does try to cause any drama. Um, and yeah, like, as I said, I will try to work with him as an ally. I think he is, like, someone that won't target me outright, so that's definitely a plus, but still want to keep my distance from him just in case. And Tashi. Tashi is, like, I haven't played with her or him before, and he hasn't responded to my Skype requests. Well, he accepted my Skype, but hasn't responded to my message. So, waiting for that, even though it's like 3 hours until the voting deadline, so doesn't have a lot of time left to change his fate around because most likely he's going to be the first boot because Connor pushed that vote. So, like, yeah. Not much to say about Tashi. Yeah, probably should say more, but not. So, right now, it looks like I'm probably going to be voting for Tachi because there's no really other valid vote that has come forward yet. But I'm still open for change if something does happen. I mean, I'm used to last minute votes. I think more of my votes are last minute votes instead of actually planned out things. So, oh, what? So just hoping that this tribal isn't going to be too chaotic. I'm hoping that the votes just stay the same with Tashi as the main vote and Connor getting the heat for starting the Tashi vote so I can just be safe and start sailing through these early votes because I feel like the early votes are where I'm most vulnerable. And I think that's it. Let's give this show, like, a try and see if I'm going to flop again. Hope I don't, because I don't like leaving these seasons early, because it kind of infuriates me. But we'll see how things progress. And for now, I guess that's it. So, yeah. Bye.